Jujutsu Kaisen anime is mid, it doesn't have a good story, and it's not even well animated, is what I would say if I'm an idiot. You see, after waiting patiently for 2.5 years, Jujutsu Kaisen is finally back. But I must confess something to you, dear viewers. I've been a dirty little boy since those past 2 years. That's right, I caved into the manga readers telling me that I should read the manga, telling me shit I've never heard before. Wait till the Shibuya arc. Toji is peak fiction, Gojo's past will explain everything. So after the first season of JJK, I continued into the manga, and oh boy did I continue. And before I knew it, I was all caught up. And when I heard a second season was in production, I was hyped. So what the The second season takes us back 11 years, exploring Gojo's past. That's right, it's a flashback. Hey, wake up little buddy, look, it's Gojo, look at all the colors, wow! The story explores a relationship between Geto and Gojo, aka the strongest, where they have to... Oh fuck! Oh shit! The show is immaculate. It doesn't take itself too seriously during the slower moments, but absolutely kicks it into high gear when shit hits the fan. The characters this season feel alive, partially thanks to the subtleties Studio Mappa was able to include into the story. Like, look at this scene. Gojo just tried to cheat the vending machine out of 2 drinks there. Subtlety in shonen is hard to come by, so when it appears, I like to acknowledge it. The show is just filled with these moments, and we get to see the characters' personalities through the subtle animation. However, the story brings depth into the series, as Geto and Gojo take on their escort mission. Hey buddy, wake up. I know escort missions are the worst kinds of missions, but stick with me here. We're introduced to character after character, organizations with conflicting philosophies, and as we continue into the story, we're introduced to the Star Plasma Association and the Q Group. So basically, the time of the Toji Association, Gojo and Geto enter saving here is a must. So Gojo and Geto has the fight of the Star Plasma vessel really helps likely the power dynamic. Did you get all that? Anyways, the gist of it is that all these people are gunning for the Star Plasma vessel. Then we're introduced to him. Oh no, he just oozes bad guy energy. But Toji throughout the whole arc does nothing besides give me motivation to go to the gym, and everyone's setting him as their gym goal. Toji gives you this suspenseful feeling building up within you. Days pass without a single sign of him, and right until you think you're safe, he strikes. He's a problem. He comes into the series, gambles all of his money, casually defeats 2 of the strongest sorcerers, leaves his son to Gojo, dies, and refuses to elaborate. What a giga chat. But in all seriousness, Toji is one of the most influential characters in JJK. Not only did he cause the formation of Gojo and Geto's philosophy, but we can also see Toji's influence on how Gojo treats his future students and how his actions basically create the JJK movie. The hidden inventory arc lets us see the strongest sorcerer's ideas and philosophies get challenged and turned upside down, in particularly Geto. He goes from your typical shonen protagonist, a happy-go-lucky attitude, and saying stuff like, to a complete 180 degree where he kind of becomes a racist. And another moment that really fleshes out the story is Gojo. We get to see his exponential growth in the season, demonstrating and explaining all of his abilities and how he became the strongest. But if anything, the hidden inventory arc is a very nice segue that helps connect the missing links between Season 1 and JJK 0. Just like how some things in the world just mesh together, like Twitter and...
Burn.
Sorry, what's that? It's not called Twitter anymore? X? X.com. That's a dumbass name. X.com and incels, anime fans and the lack of hygiene, JJK and Mappa. Ever since the release of... what the fuck is this script? Ever since the release of Season 1, JJK has almost become synonymous with Studio Mappa. However, Mappa's adaptation of the second season has really blown me away, especially in episode 3 where many of the individual frames make no sense but when strung together illustrate powerful movement. That's what animation's all about. The sound design, the art, delicious to the soul. I never knew I needed jazz in my shonen anime, but it works. The feeling of uncertainty in jazz matches the uncertainty in this arc. It's such a fantastic blend that I didn't know I needed. Now, I could totally be talking out of my ass right now, but the switch in animation aesthetic might be due to this season being a flashback, a dream that Gojo is reliving. Compared to the darker aesthetic found in season 1, I think it's a good change of pace. We know which characters are alive and which are not, so the season doesn't take itself too seriously. However, I can't talk about the season without talking about Gojo's awakening, the moment Gojo became the strongest. Look, I'm not going to talk about the differences in the anime and manga, that's for you guys to talk your talk in the comments. However, what I will say is the scene looks immaculate, the OST was divine, and I think overall, Mappa did a great job, especially how they captured the themes surrounding Gojo. Gojo quoting Buddha shows his enlightenment towards energy, and Toji calling himself a monkey all brings it back to Sun Wukong's battle with Buddha. I'm not going to dive any more than that, as there's specific JJK channels out there that have already done the analysis, so go check them out. But what I will say is that there are a few shonen anime that keep me intrigued like JJK. I guess besides One Piece. Hey! Thanks for making it to the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for 1000 subs. The last video was intended to get me past 100, but you guys blew my expectations out the water. So, thank you guys. Well, I'm Karai. Have a good one.